with me today.
We're all in Florida.
Yeah, we already fled.
All right. Oh, that's a little close. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. We are live and ready to go.
My oldest grandson had that problem.
So today we're going to work on axial extension, being taller. As we kind of get older, we kind of lose the fight against gravity. We'll put it that way. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind here. So for my whole kind of yoga career, I've always been like, if it hurts, don't do it. There are a couple of reasons why I shouldn't say that. And that's because everybody feels pain differently. That's one. If it's an issue with arthritis, certain types of arthritis, you want to push through the pain to get that mobility. And the other thing is, it used to be called pain management, and now we're looking at pain care. So if we're saying it's pain management, we're saying that we can't change it, we're just managing it. With pain care, we're saying the pain may go away, or there may be ways to reduce it. So a lot of it is mindset and vocabulary. So everything I've said before is thrown out the window. Making up new rules as we go. So we're actually, because our senior classmate is not going to be here today, he's got an honor guard. We're going to start on the floor on our back.
Oh, shoot, yeah,
Yep. Everybody got up, and now we're going all the way down. All right, take your time coming down. But once you get there, we're going to start with the knees are bent, feet into the mat. And we're going to press the feet and move the pelvis. So we're doing a little tilting and tucking. I find that kind of smaller movement gets things going easier than trying to make a big movement to start. And then we're going to go one knee at a time in towards the chest. And then if it's comfortable, extend the legs all the way straight out. Zip the legs up together, toes point up towards the ceiling. And let's do our first big extension. So we're going to inhale the arms up overhead to the floor above you. Exhale, bring the arms back down by your side. So we're going to attempt to start the breath first on the inhale, and then add the movement of the arms. Make sure the legs are active. So we're using the muscles in the legs. And the next time that your arms are all the way extended, pause for a moment and feel the fingers reaching away from the torso. And we're going to extend the heels away from the torso. So we're lengthening the whole body. And then on your next exhale, bring the arms back down. And we'll finish with one more, nice and slow. Beautiful. And then we're gonna bend the knees, bring feet back into the mat. And then we're gonna bring both knees up into the chest. Exhale, knees come in towards the torso. Inhale, knees go out. The next time the knees come in, we're going to pause for a moment. And then on the inhale, the feet go up towards the ceiling, arms back overhead to the floor above you. And then we're going to exhale, hands to knees. Inhale back to that big L shape. Feet up, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees, hands to knees. Beautiful. And then bring your hands back down to your knees. We're going to bring the feet back down to the mat. And come back to that pelvic tilt. So pushing the feet in, letting the pelvis tilt back and forth. And then we're going to do a twist here. So we're going to bring the arms out to the side. And depending on how much work you want to do and how it feels in your body, there's different levels here. So you can keep your feet on the mat and just do the windshield wipers, knees to one side, back to the center, over to the other side. If you want to make it more work, we're going to lift the feet up off the floor and then do the same thing. So knees to one side, inhale back to center, exhale over. If you want to add the head, you can go the same direction as the knees or the opposite direction as the knees. Or if you don't want to move the head, it can stay looking up towards the ceiling. So go ahead and do one more time each side. Beautiful. And then back to neutral. A couple of apanasanas to come back to symmetrical. And then two options. You can roll over onto your side and then come up to a comfortable seated position, or cross the ankles and roll up. So if you want to just come over to your side or come all the way up. Either way, we're going to get up to seated. All right. So we're going to do more on our back with some more core stuff. As if we have a strong center and all that business. All right. So let's do some more warming up of the spine. We're going to start with our cat and cow. So we're going to exhale, drop the chin around the spine back towards that back wall. On the inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale back. Inhale, rounding up, looking up. Exhale back. Excellent. A couple more, either direction. And then when you're ready, coming back to neutral. And then we're going to do our laterals. So we want to do these nice and slow. Start with the breath first, and then start with the arm, And then the other thing to keep in mind here is we're pushing the hand into the earth. That keeps that other knee from popping up. And then see if you can feel that extension. So we're going to inhale, bring that one arm up. And feel from the fingertips to the hip. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, other side. Exhale back. And go ahead, just do a few on your own, moving nice and slow. Excellent. And then one more time each side or finish off evenly. And then the last of the 6 directions is the twist. So again, before we twist, we want to extend. So we're going to inhale and lift nice and tall, and then exhale into the twist. Exhale back to center, or sorry, inhale to center, exhale into the twist. And again, we want to keep this in the upper half to upper third of the spine. Those vertebrae have more space to twist into and out of. The lower down the spine we go, the less mobility there is. Beautiful, and then let's do one more time each side or finish off evenly. And then back to center. So let's find that symmetrical spine again. So a couple of cat and cows. And you might feel like the body's starting to warm up a little bit. And maybe you're making more deeper, larger range of motion, however you want to phrase it. And then back to neutral. All right, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. Grab your blocks. And if you need a blanket or anything under your knees, go ahead and grab that. If your wrists get sore easily, you can walk your hands up a little bit towards the top of the mat. That's going to change the angle of the root of the wrist and give you a little bit more space so they're not as compressed. All right, so let's start with a couple of cat and cow, and then we'll do our fabulous extensions. All right. So let's start with opposite limb or spinal balance. So I'm going to send the left leg back, right arm comes forward. And let's take a couple of breaths here. Extend out through the fingers, back through the heel. Toes are pointing towards the floor. If possible, that elbow faces towards the center instead of towards the front. Excellent. One more breath if you got it. And then release. Come to the other side, extend that right leg back. Left arm comes forward. Excellent. Extend forward, extend back. Think about length in the spine. And then release. Nice. All right, let's do, we're gonna do tiger tail next. So if you can't reach your foot, what you can do is bring the heel towards the buttocks and keep both your arms down on the floor, if that's easier. All right, so let's start with extend the right leg back, bend at the knee. And we're gonna take the left arm forward, out and around, and maybe grab that right foot. Take a breath or so. And then release. Nice. All right, we'll do the other side. Extend that left leg back, bend at the knee. Right arm comes forward, out and around. Maybe you can grab that left foot with the right hand. Excellent. And release. All right, so let's do some cat and cow here. And then, let's see, we're gonna do some opening up the front of the body with some low lunges. So that's when we're gonna grab our blocks. All right, so you may not need them, and that's totally fine. There's also different heights for the blocks, whatever feels right for you. So let's start, blocks back here. All right, so we're gonna come up, hands on the blocks, and we're gonna bring both over to one side and swing that right leg around, or bring it through. All right, so we're gonna open up that left side first. So first thing we're gonna do is drop the hips or the pelvis down towards the floor. So take a couple breaths in there. And then back up to neutral. So you can stay here, or if you're ready, you can bring your hands up to that bent knee. And again, you can stay here, or the next move is bringing the arms straight up. And then one more option, you can stay here, or bring the hands back a little bit and the pelvis comes forward. Excellent. And then come back to neutral. Hands down to your knees, hands down to your blocks, and then knee comes back. And then we'll switch feet. So you can bring the blocks over, out and around with the left foot, or straight through. All right, so first movement is to bring the pelvis down towards the floor. Take a couple breaths here. And then back up to neutral. And then here we go. Hands up to that left knee. And you can stay here. Or next option is arms up towards the ceiling. Again, stay here. Or last option, pelvis forward, hands back. And then coming out, back to neutral. Hands to the knee. Hands down to the mat. Both knees down. And we're going to go big today. So we're going to come up to triangle from the floor. So that looks like this. So we're going to bring the blocks up. And let's bring that first foot back up again. And we're going to curl the toes of the back foot. On the inhale, we're going to lift the hips up and then set the heel of that back foot down on the floor towards the center. Front knee stays mostly straight. And then we're going to take this left hand and bring it up towards the ceiling. And if you can, turn and look towards that side. Yeah, there you go. Nice. All right, coming out. Bring that hand down. Pivot that back foot. We're going to come back down to that left knee on the floor. Carefully. All right, and then we're going to switch feet. Curl the toes of that right foot in the back. Inhale, lift the hips up. And we're going to pivot that back foot so the heel comes down to the floor. Then we're going to take this right hand up towards the ceiling, turning and looking towards the side. Excellent. And then bring that arm back down. Pivot that back foot back down gently to that right knee. And then we'll come down to both knees. Remove the blocks out of the way. And we're going to come up to downward facing dog. So we're going to curl the toes under. Inhale, lift the hips up. And you can walk your dog to start. Or you can come up onto both toes. So before we come out of this, we're going to push the hands into the earth and extend the torso so the hips go towards the back wall. We're just lengthening the spine here. And whenever you need to come out, you can look at the hands and walk the feet forward, or look at feet and walk the hands back. Take a moment in your forward fold, shake your head, yes and no. Bend the knees. Arms come out to the side, pushing with the feet. Inhale, coming all the way up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, very nice. All right, let's take a pause here and come into our mountain pose. All right, so there is a bit of posture that is related to our stress reaction in our nervous system. So if we're relaxed, we have better posture. If we're stressed, we can come into rounded because we're protecting the body, or we can overdo it if we're in fight mode. So breathing will help us regulate that nervous system. So that's what we're going to do. You're going to pause and breathe. So take a few moments here, and we're not doing standing relaxation pose, but kind of. So we're going to relax the feet, but feel grounded and secure. Relax the knees, but feel safe and stable. Pelvis is relaxed. Belly is soft. Rib cage is relaxed and open, so we can have a nice, smooth, subtle breath. Shoulders are in nice alignment all the way up and down. And then one thing that we want to really pay attention to is where our head is in space. Our tendency, especially with electronics, TVs, iPads, phones, laptops, whatever, bringing the head forward affects our nervous system. So we want to keep that all in a nice alignment. All right, one more full breath here. Nice and smooth on the inhale. Nice and smooth on the exhale. Excellent. All right, shake it out. And let's get some big joint movement going. So knees, let's start with our warrior one. Turn one foot out, step the other foot forward. Or if you're at the top of the mat, step one foot back. And let's get that knee nice and lined up and warmed up. So inhale, straight leg, exhale, bend. We're aiming for that second and third toe. Toes are nice and wide. So maybe notice as we're doing this, we're bending that knee, but we're also moving the body in space. A lot of yoga is just noticing what's going on the inside, what's going on the outside. All right, let's switch legs, push up, step back. Turn the other foot out, step that other foot forward. Inhale on the straight leg, exhale bend. Beautiful. And then we'll bend that, push up, and step back. All right, let's add arms. All right, so we're doing extension. So let's do traditional warrior one. We're just going to do arms straight up. If that's a little bit tight in the shoulders, you can do a little bit more of a Y. All right, ready? Here we go. So we're going to inhale. Arms come up, bend that front knee. Exhale back. See if you can start the breath before you start the arms. This is a good one to keep the gaze straight ahead or maybe even down a little bit, because that's going to keep that neck in nice alignment. If you're looking up, you're compressing that cervical spine. Excellent. And let's do one more. All right, step feet back together. Go to the other side, turn the other foot out, step that second foot forward. And here we go. Inhale, arms up, bend that front knee. Exhale back. We're nice and slow, so we opened up the hips a little bit with that low lunge. So we're opening up the front of the spine. Excellent. Let's do one more. Nice. Push up, step back, shake it out. All right. So we have the blocks. So we're going to go ahead and do our warrior two with a lunge. So if it's too far to come down to the blocks, you can come just down as far as you like, or grab a chair and come down to the chair, or skip it. If it's not your thing, that's all right. It's your practice. You can do something else. Just here to kind of make suggestions. All right, so we're going to step one foot forward, and we'll have the blocks up near that front foot. So we'll do warrior two, side angle pose, peaceful warrior, come down and then back up to high lunge. All right, hands to the heart. And that front knee, arms out to the side. Extend out with the fingers. Just take a couple breaths here first. See if those feet are where you like them. When we're in those, actually all three of these poses, think about the extension of the spine. All right, side angle pose first, bend the elbow. Bring that arm to the thigh, or you have the blocks, you can use the blocks, but don't compress the torso in your side angle pose. So that's why I kind of tend to stay up, so I have that extension. All right, here we go. Inhale, windmill around to peaceful warrior. Feel that extension in the arm, crown of the head. Beautiful. All right, so now we're going to exhale and bring both arms down to the blocks. You're going to pivot that back foot. If you've done this before and you know you want to put your heel down, go ahead and do that, or keep up on those back toes. We're going to inhale and bring the arms up. And we have that front knee is bent, so this is our high lunge. All right. Do that again, back to warrior two. Pivot that back foot. And if it's not where it's comfortable, go ahead and move the foot. All right, let's go ahead and go forward again first, side angle pose. You come to that front thigh, down to the block. If you want to reach down to the floor, that's fine. Just keep that torso extended. Excellent. And then we're going to windmill around to peaceful warrior. Excellent. And then both arms come all the way down and around. Pivot that back foot. And then on your next inhale, high lunge. Excellent. Heel comes down, pivot back to warrior two. And one more time for side angle pose. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Check that front knee again. And then both arms come down. Pivot that back foot. And then arms come back up, high lunge. We'll finish off with our warrior two. And then drop the arms and step the feet back. Very nice. All right, shake the legs out, shake the arms up. Take a breath. And then let's go to the other side. All right, other foot is in front, hands at the heart, arms open to the side, front knee over that front ankle. Take a couple breaths here. Smooth and steady on the inhale. Smooth and long on the exhale. Excellent. All right, we're going forward first, side angle pose. Then the elbow, you can bring that to that front thigh or down to your block. Upper arm can be on your hip, straight up towards the ceiling or overhead. Feel that extension in the torso. And then when you're ready, the windmill around to peaceful warrior. Feel that extension in the arm, crown of the head. And then go big, both arms all the way down, pivot that back foot. You can come down to the heel or stay up on the toes. You bring those arms back up for high lunge. Gaze is straight ahead. Feeling that opening front of the spine. Back to warrior two. And then let's do it all again. Side angle pose. On the thigh or on your block. And then we're going to windmill around to Peaceful Warrior. Beautiful. And then both arms come all the way around. Look at that back foot. And up we go for high lunge. Very nice. Let's get our warrior two. And one more time through. Side angle pose. Windmill around to Peaceful Warrior. And then both arms come down. Pivot that back foot. And inhale, high lunge. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll finish off with our warrior two. And then drop the arms and step the feet back together. All right, shake anything out that needs shaking. All right, let's do a little shoulder opening here. So feet are comfortably apart. And take a break for water. All right, arms out to the side. You can do this seated as well if you want to stay seated. Feet are wherever comfortable. Palms face down to start. So we're moving the thumb here and we're breathing. So we're going to inhale and lift the thumb up towards the ceiling and then going back towards that back wall as far as is comfortable, which may not be very far, and that's okay. That's why we're here. And then we're going to exhale, come back to center, and then thumbs towards the floor. And then if you can, pointing towards that back wall. If you can't, that's okay. And then we're just going to rotate, breathing. Excellent. And we're going to come back to neutral and then drop the arms. All right, shake them out if that's all right. And let's do a little balance here. So we're going to start with our tree pose, which I think, if I remember, we'll do on the floor when we come back down. It's super fun to do a tree on the floor. All right, so standing up tree, one foot rooted into the earth. The other foot can start with heel above the ankle. So let's check in with this straight leg hip, nice and strong. Engage the muscles all the way around. Bring the hands to the heart. And we're going to grow our branches. So arms can be wherever comfortable, straight out, straight up. I've been doing this, pointing my finger. And feel the extension from the crown of the head up. Foot rooted into the earth. If you have your balance, you want to bring your foot up higher, you're welcome to do that. Or keep it on the floor. No worries either way. So again, the most important part of our tree pose is breathing and not falling over. All right. And then when you're ready, coming out nice and graceful. All right, shake it out. And let's do the other side. Heel above the ankle. Hands at the heart. We're going to grow our branches. Again, if you want, you can do something different with the arms. Or keep it the same. Bring that foot up higher. Use opposing forces. Push the leg into the foot into the leg. Keep it on the floor. Keep breathing. And then nice. And graceful. Excellent. All right. What else do we want to do? Let's do our moving balance. And we're going to start with our more extension of the two. So we're doing our palm tree pose. Nice lengthening in the body. So you can just do the arms if you want. That's fine. You can do both, or you can just do the feet. So I'm going to do both, depending on your balance. If you need a chair or a wall, and just do one arm at a time, that's fine too. All right, so here we go. So feet are comfortably apart. You're going to inhale, arms come up. You come up on the toes or not. Exhale down. Keeping the gaze straight ahead, maybe a little lower, where nothing else is moving, to distract your sense of balance. Beautiful, and maybe two more. Nice. All right, release that, and let's do our, we'll do our Karate Kid crossbody style. So that means arms out to the side. You're gonna lift one knee and then touch that knee with the opposite hand. And then do the other side. Excellent. And let's do one more time each side, or finish off evenly. Excellent. All right. So we're going to go down to the floor. Don't go down yet. Move your blocks. We don't do blocks anymore. Actually, maybe leave just one. An option for if we get to one. And then have your strap ready for when you get down there. And then, if you want, we're going to come into plank because we're doing axial extension. So, come down to hands and knees. And if you don't want to do plank, you just want to sit, that's totally fine too. Otherwise, we're going to start with one leg. Curl the toes, extend that leg back behind you. And we're just going to open up the bottom of the foot. And then do the other side, extend the other leg back. Beautiful. And then let's do both legs. So, heels back, crown of the head forward. Feel that extension. Breathe. And then when you're ready, come back down to the knees. And let's do cat-cow child's pose. You can rest in that child's pose at any point. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat down to child's pose. Inhale, back up to cat. Cat to child on the exhale. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. when you come back down into your last cat, gonna bring your knees out wide. And if you can, rest your forehead on the mat. If that's not comfortable, you can come into puppy pose. And then when you're ready to come out, we're gonna just come over and sit on one side. And then we're gonna come all the way down onto the floor. Awesome. All right, hands on the knees, rolling down onto the flat of the back. And straighten out the spine, and then we're just gonna do those pelvic tilts to start. Let's get the spine nice and straight. And then let's start with our 3 directions of the legs. So if you have a strap, go ahead and grab your strap. If you don't, you can do it without the strap. That's totally fine. So if you have your strap, foot comes up into the strap. We'll start with the right foot up. And the one thing that we don't want to do when we have the strap is grip it and have the arms way up high. So we want to have the arms low, and it's just for guidance. All right, so we're gonna exhale, bring that right leg in towards the torso. Inhale, let it release. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, release. And one more time. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, out. All right, both straps in the right hand, left arm can come out to a T. And we're just going to bring that right leg over towards the side. And just let it pause there for a breath or so. And relax the leg. Let that hip open gently. And then on your next exhale, bring that leg up. We're going to switch hands, both straps in the left arm, right arm comes out to the side. And across the body with that right leg over towards the left side of the floor. If you want, you can turn and look at that right hand. Very nice. And then exhale, bring it up. You're going to bring that left foot up into the strap. Right foot comes down to the floor. Exhale, bring that left leg in towards the torso. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, release it out. And one more time. Exhale. Inhale out. Both straps in the left hand, right arm out to the side. Bring that left leg over towards the left side of the floor. Let it relax. Softly opening up the hip. And then on your next exhale, bring that leg back up to center. Switch hands, both straps in the right hand, move that right leg out of the way. Left arm out, and left leg towards the right side of the floor. And turn and look at that left hand. It's a lot of rights and lefts for keep track of. All right, exhale, bring that leg back up. Drop the strap without smacking yourself in the face. Both feet come down to the mat. Both knees are bent. And we're going to Apanasana, knees in, knees out. A couple of times. And then you can do that for a little bit more, or if you'd like, rock side to side. Nice massage on the sacrum, if that feels okay. Excellent. All right, both feet down to the mat. And we're going to do one round of bridge pose, and then we're gonna do relaxed bridge pose. All right, so arms start down by your side. Feet are lined up with the knees and the hips. On the inhale, push in with the feet. Lift the hips and the arms up overhead. On the exhale, arms down, hips down. Again, inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms down, hips down. And one more time, inhale, arms up, hips up. Exhale, arms down, hips down. All right, so grab that block that you put where you can reach it. And we're gonna lift up one more time. So we're gonna inhale, push the feet in, lift the hips up, slide that block under the pelvis, if that's comfortable. If the block isn't comfortable and you have your blanket and you'd rather use that, that's totally fine. And so the top of the block is at the top of that pelvic bone right there. If it's super uncomfortable, you might need to adjust it one way or the other. And then you've got a couple of options here. So you can just stay right like this and relax. Second option is to extend the legs out away from the torso. So that's going to open up that front of the spine again. If that's uncomfortable or if it's too much, don't do it. Stay where you were. The other thing that we're getting open here and relaxed, hopefully, is that psoas muscle, which attaches kind of near the diaphragm, so not quite mid-back. And it goes all the way down through the pelvis and hooks up to the femur. So that's the muscle that keeps us upright and helps us walk. And if we sit too much, it gets short and tight. All right, take one or two more breaths here. And when you're ready, we're going to bring the feet back to the mat, bending the knees. Push in with the feet. Inhale, lift the hips, slide the block out of the way. And we're going to come down super slow, move the shoulder blades out of the way, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Very, very slow. And then bring the knees back to the chest, nice and wide. And a couple of apanasanas. Get that spine back to its natural state. If you'd like, you can rock side to side again. And then finish with a couple of apanasanas. All right, so we're gonna go big here before we go home. All right, so we're gonna exhale, knees come in. Inhale, arms up overhead, feet up towards the ceiling. And then actually, we're gonna bring the arms out to the side in a T. And we're going to drop the legs, not all the way, but very slow, towards the floor. So they're straight out going down just as far as is comfortable. This is some super nice, strong core work. Exhale, bring them back up. On the inhale, release them back down towards the floor. Exhale, bring them back up. And let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees, hands to knees, couple of apanasanas. And then let's bring feet down to the mat. Legs come all the way straight out. Toes point up towards the ceiling. Legs are zipped up together. Arms are down by your sides. Inhale, arms up overhead. And before you exhale, extend as much as you can. Heels away from the torso, fingers towards, or away from the torso again. And then exhale, arms back down by your sides. Go ahead and inhale again, arms up overhead. If you want to do that stretch again, you can. Otherwise, keep it going. Exhale, arms back. And then arms back down by your side. We're going to do that tree pose here next. So we're going to keep that left leg where it is. We're going to bend that right knee, bring that right foot into the mat. And then we're going to drop that right leg, the right knee over towards the right side of the floor. So we have our open tree here. And then the arms can come out to the sides, up towards the floor above you. You could do one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And let's just take a couple breaths here. And feel the support of the earth, this whole root system of the tree. Rooted and grounded into the earth. One more breath on this side. And then we're going to bring that right foot back to the mat, knee comes up. Bring that left foot into the mat, knee is bent, extend the right leg straight out. And then that left knee drops over towards the left side of the floor. Foot comes up. And then again, hands can be straight up, straight out. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And just breathe. One more breath here. And then we're going to bring that left knee up, left foot comes into the mat, and then both legs straight out. Let's do that palm tree pose again. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, arms back down by your sides. Take one more big stretch. Fingertips away from the torso, heels extending out. And then arms come down by your side and away from the body, palms up or palms down. Let the legs and the feet fall away from each other. And getting any last little wiggles out. Whatever is the most comfortable position for your final relaxation. Legs up on the chair, knees bent, feet in the mat, straight out. Find that position. And let's do a full body relaxation. I'm going to sit up so you can hear me better. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up to the top. Relax the toes. Relax the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet and the heels. Release the ankles. Relax the calves and shins. Release the knees and the space behind the knees. Relax the tops of the thighs and the backs of the thighs. Let the pelvis be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the abdomen. Release the rib cage and let go of breath. Let the shoulders be heavy and sink into the earth. Relax the upper arms, elbows, and lower arms. Release the wrists. Relax the hands, fingers, and palms. Relax the throat and the back of the neck. Release the jaw. Let the tongue be heavy and fall away from the roof of the mouth. Smooth the forehead and face. Let any last thoughts seep out the top of the crown of the head. Let the earth's gravity hold you. Let the air around you breathe. Take the next few moments and just be. Gently coming back into awareness. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. If you'd like, you can roll your head side to side. When you're ready, and with an inhale, rolling over onto your right or left side. When you're ready, and again with an inhale, pushing up to a comfortable seated position. And to bring breath back into the body and find us safely on our way, let's finish with sun breath number 2. Arms are straight out. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. We'll do that 3 times. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And one more glorious time. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Palms together, hands back at the heart. Namaste.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, guys. Good job.
We're taller.
Aren't we? We should get
Darn, 6'4".
yardsticks, right?